All right, if you're a founder, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're putting in the work, you're pushing like crazy, but nothing. Your growth, your skills, they've just hit a wall, a total plateau. And you know what? Just trying harder isn't cutting it anymore. So what is really going on?
Yeah, it's such a frustrating paradox, isn't it? I mean, we're all taught that more effort equals more results. So we pull those all-nighters, we go all in trying to master something new, and then a week later, it feels like we're right back where we started. The thing is, the problem isn't your effort. It's the kind of effort. Sometimes going harder just means you're spinning your wheels, only faster.
And let me be really, really clear about this. This is not a failure of your willpower. It's not about discipline. There's something else at play here, like a hidden cost that's baked into the way we've all been taught to learn and grow. So today, we're going to drag that hidden cost out into the light and show you a much, much better way to operate.
And you know what? This thing has a name. We call it the intensity tax. And I want you to think of this like a diagnosis. This isn't a personal failing, okay? It's a diagnosis for a system that's just broken.
So what exactly is the intensity tax? Well, it's pretty simple. Every single time you rely on one of those massive, heroic, all-or-nothing bursts of effort, you're paying a tax. And that tax shows up as burnout, as diminishing returns. It creates this awful, unsustainable cycle that actually sabotages your long-term progress. It's this all-or-nothing mindset that, let's be honest, almost always ends in nothing.
Okay, to really get this, let's look under the hood. Let's analyze the flawed operating system that, frankly, most of us are running on. And again, think of this like a mechanical failure, not some kind of character flaw. We're going to look at a classic example, the motivation-based student.
This quote, this is it. This is the central bug in the entire system. It's this belief that you have to feel motivated before you can practice. That one little assumption is the domino that knocks everything else over. It's what causes the whole machine to just grind to a halt.
And what does that look like in real life? Well, it creates this totally predictable up and down cycle, right? Day one, you're on fire, you're super motivated, you have an intense session. But motivation, it doesn't stick around. By day 3, it's gone, so you skip it. Then, of course, the guilt and frustration set in, which fuels another big burst of effort, and the whole messy cycle just repeats itself. It's a perfect recipe for getting absolutely nowhere.
So let me just say this one more time because it's so important. This is not a discipline problem, it is a system problem. You've been trying to build something amazing, your operational excellence, on a foundation of sand. It's just never going to work. It's time to find some solid rock to build on.
Okay, so enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. It's time to install a brand new operating system. And this one is built on one single, incredibly powerful idea, the continuity principle.
Just look at this comparison. This is the fundamental shift we're talking about. On one side, you have intensity. It's like a firework, right? It's all about motivation, it feels super dramatic, and then it fizzles out into burnout. But on the other side, you have continuity. Think of it like a freight train. It doesn't rely on motivation. It relies on simple repetition. It feels quiet. Honestly, it can even feel kind of boring. But it is reliable, and it creates this powerful, unstoppable momentum.
And this is the big idea. The one thing I really want you to take away from this. Momentum isn't created by intensity. It's created by continuity. It's not the result of some huge heroic effort. It's the quiet, almost invisible result of just showing up consistently, day after day.
So we have to completely reset our expectations about what this actually feels like. Because real momentum, it's not some dramatic breakthrough moment. It's showing up on a random Tuesday when you're just not feeling it. It's doing that boring drill again because you know it matters. It's when you start to notice that hesitation has been replaced by just familiarity. And here's the kicker. Confidence comes after the effort, not before. You'll often only see the progress when you look back weeks later.
All right, so we've diagnosed the problem, we get the core principle, now for the how. Let's talk about the actual prescription. This is a simple, actionable protocol you can use to build this new system, and you can start literally today.
10. Just 10 minutes. That's it. You might be thinking, really? 10 minutes? Yes, this is the foundational building block, the architectural brick of momentum. Why? Because it's so small, it's almost impossible not to do it. It lowers the resistance to basically zero. It's repeatable, it's easy to start. 10 minutes is our new unit of measurement for progress.
In this protocol, it only has 3 rules. They're non-negotiable.
Rule number 1, shorten the practice window. That's our 10-minute brick. You make it so laughably easy to start that you just can't say no. Rule number 2, lower the pressure. Get perfect out of your head. The goal is not a perfect session. A good enough 10 minutes today is infinitely better than the perfect hour you skip. And rule number 3, the most important one of all, protect the repetition. Whatever it takes, you do it today and you do it tomorrow. That's it. That's the whole game.
This is the whole mindset shift right here. You're not trying to have a perfect session. You're just trying to have the next session. You're no longer optimizing for some brilliant one-time performance. You are optimizing purely and simply for continuity. Just make sure the next one happens.
So, what happens when you actually do this? What does this transformation look like? Well, it's a complete pivot. You go from that frustrating cycle of inconsistency to a clear, predictable path of actual growth. This is the before and after. Before, you were waiting for motivation, always fighting resistance, getting those random, erratic results. But after, you act first, and that action is what creates confidence. Starting becomes easy, and your skills, they finally start to compound. You're moving from these inconsistent bursts of effort to predictable, reliable mastery. And that's the feeling we're really going for here. It's not necessarily excitement or drama. It's trust. It's the deep confidence that comes from knowing you have a system, a pace you can rely on, a system that will carry you forward no matter how you feel when you wake up in the morning. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What's that one skill you've been fighting with? That one capability you know you need to build? What could you really, truly master if you stopped paying the intensity tax and instead built a system you could finally deeply trust?
Look, if you're ready to stop paying that damn intensity tax and start building real, sustainable momentum, then the next logical step is to actually design your system. You can learn exactly how to apply this protocol to every single area of your life and business at 365freedom.online. Go build something you can actually trust.